Hello guys, welcome back to Minna No Nihongo. Today I've got answers for FUKUSHUU L. These questions can be found on page 212 and 213. Thank you for those of you who have subscribed to our channel, Whiz-Million Academy. Before attempting on the questions in FUKUSHUU L, my advice to you is please watch the Minna No Nihongo lesson 49 and 50 grammar slides. These slides will give you a comprehensive understanding of keigo, honorific expressions. There are three kinds of honorific expression. The first one is tenego, which is a polite expression, and then sonkeigo is a respectful expression, and humble expression is kenjogo. Kenjogo is covered in lesson 50, while sonkeigo is lesson 49. Be sure to watch our grammar slides before you attempt on the questions in FUKUSHUU L. Without further ado, let's begin. Well, for question number 1, fill in the blanks. Over here, you have to find the right particle to fill in the blanks. Example number 1, Kaji no baai wa sugu 119番に連絡してください. If there's an accident, please call 119 number immediately. For questions such as this, where you have to find the right particle, the first thing you need to know is what is the word behind the particle and what is the word before the particle. The word before the particle is a noun, kaji. The word after the particle is ba'aiwa. Ba'aiwa, if you recall, we learned this in lesson 45. Lesson 45, yeah. In lesson 45, we learned that there's a certain pattern you have to memorize. First is if the word before the particle is an adjective I, then we don't add anything here. If the word before the particle is a adjective na, then we add a na here. If the word before the particle is a noun, then we add no. That's why for this example, the answer is no, because the word before the particle is a noun. For the rest of the questions, it's about the same way. You have to put in the right particle for every sentence. Some of it you have to memorize a certain pattern like this. Some of it is you just have to know by heart, that if there's a verb such as this or there's a noun such as this, you have to put in what kind of particle. So let's begin with question number 1. Henna ni oi shimasu ne. Gomi moite iru you desu. First thing you have to know what is the word before the particle ni oi. Ni oi is a smell, and then there's shimasu. So for the smell to come out, you have to use a particle that's similar to an enzyme, which is ga. Ni oi ga shimasu. If there's a sound, oto, or taste, aji is also using ga. So aji ga shimasu, ni oi ga shimasu, oto ga shimasu, right? And the following sentence is gomi. Gomi is a garbage. Moite iru yo desu, burning. This is burning. Moite iru. So the garbage is burning. So there's another action here. For an action is required for the garbage to burn. So we are using ga as well, right? When we see a certain pattern here, when you require an action, you always use ga. Okay. Question number 2. Musuko wa kotoshi koko 卒業して大富士 daigaku nyugaku shimashita. Sochugyo is graduate. Nyugaku is entering. So what is the particle for entering the school? Ni, right? What is the particle for getting out of something? Out of the room or out of the high school. Graduating is the same as out. The particle is O. So always remember, when you are going out of something, going out of the house, going out of the room, the particle is always O. When you are entering the school, entering the room, the particle is always ni. Next question. Haha wa imoto juku kayowasete imasu. Juku is a cram school, okay, where you take lessons after school, right? Cram school. This is kayowasete imasu. It starts from kayoimasu. Kayoimasu become kayowasete imasu. Kayowasemasu. Kayowasemasu become kayowasete imasu. So it means going through. So mother is allowing sister to go through cram school, right? So this is a place, right? So to go through a certain place, you have to use ni. Go to. There's a certain direction here, so go to cram school. So the particle here is ni. Once again, you have to take note that this is a ikke shieki form. Shieki form is used when we are instructing somebody or when we are letting somebody to do something. If you recall, in lesson 48, we learned there are two kinds of pattern using this shieki form. The first pattern is where there's a subject and then a place and then a verb. These two structures is almost the same. What makes the difference is that the center here. When do you use ni? The first thing you need to know, when do you use ni, at the back or at the front? And to decide that, this sentence, we can see that the sister have to go to a certain place. Going to a certain place, there's a direction, so you use ni here. And mother is allowing sister to do something, so O is here. Okay. The next question. Watashi wa musuko inu no sewa sasemashita. Sasemashita is a shieki form of shimasu, allowing my son to feed the dog. This is feeding the dog. So over here, my son is doing the feeding the dog, right? So over here is O, because my son is doing the feeding the dog. I'm letting my son, so it's ni. Notice question number 4, the pattern is this one here. And question number 3, the pattern is this one here. It's using ni here because there's a certain place that the subject is going to. Right? This is in lesson 48, shieki form. Next question. Dojo kono isu okake kudasai. Please have a seat. Take a seat on this chair. There's a certain direction here on this chair, so the particle is ni. Whenever there's a direction, you always use ni. IMC 勤めております Orimas is the humble form of shimas, humble expression of shimas. Tsumete is to work for. It's different from hatarakimasu. Hatarakimasu is working at. This is tsutomete is working for. So there's a direction as well for IMC, working for IMC. So the particle is ni. Well, question number 2. Over here you have to convert the verb form from the original verb becomes a different form. And for example 1, 会社に遅れます become 遅れる場合は連絡してください If you come late to the office, please let me know. Once again, this is a if statement 場合は the verb is a fusuke verb. So in this case, it's 遅れる Question 1. 小川さんのお母さんは今年80歳です。はずです。Once again, pay attention to the word behind the particle, word behind the blank. This is haju. Haju is means should be. So Ogawa-san's mother should be 80 years old this year. 80歳 is a noun. So for haju, if a noun, it has to come with a no. So it becomes 80歳のはずです。Question number 2. 彼は明日暇です。はずです。Tomorrow he should be free. はずです。This is hima is an adjective na. Adjective na, you have to add a na. So hima na はずです。Question number 3. 部長の奥さんはダンスの先生そうです。I heard that department's head wife is a dance teacher. ダンスの先生 is a noun, and over here this is so des. So des we learn in lesson 47. When we heard something and we make a conclusion from what we hear, it's using so des. And this is a noun, so we have to add a da. Dansu no sensei da. So des. Denki ga kiete imasu ne. Hayashi-san wa rusu yo desu. The electricity is off. Looks like Hayashi-san is not around. Rusu is a noun. So over here there's yo desu. Yo desu is also in lesson 47. If there's a noun, then you have to add a no. So yo desu. Question number 5. どうもコピー機の調子が悪いようです。Once again, this is yo desu. Yo desu is in lesson 47, where there are certain factors that we see or we heard or we found out and we make a conclusion. That is yo desu. Warui is an adjective I. So for adjective I, we don't have to add any particle in between. So it's the copy machine's condition is bad. Looks like it's bad. Question number 6. この洗濯機は古すぎて修理するのは無理ようです。This washing machine is very old. It seems like it's impossible to be repaired. Muri. Muri is an adjective na. So this is yo desu. Adjective na, you have to add a na. Question number 7. Onamae o oyobi shimasu node shibaraku achira de o kudasai. Please notice there's an O in front, so this is something to do with the respectful expression. It's probably in lesson 49 and 50 where we learn about the sonke. This is something to do with keigo. So kudasai is actually requesting somebody politely. So if you remember, this is in lesson 49. It becomes omachi kudasai. Machi becomes short form machi. This is also the same. O yobi must become yobi. That's why the answer is yobi and machi. This sentence, the meaning is, I will be calling out names. Please wait for a moment. Goshujin wa nanji goro o modorimasu ni narimasu ka? About what time will your husband be returning back? Modorimasu is returning back. So in this case, please take a note, there's a O here and there's ni narimasu. This is a level 2 respectfulness. We learned this in lesson 49, sankeigo. So we have to convert the verb into a shortened form. It becomes O modori ni narimasu. Question number 9. 雑誌で読んだんですが、1958年にインスタントラーメンが発明します。そうですね。After reading the magazine, I learned that instant ramen is invented in 1958. So this is there's a verb here, hatsume shimasu. It become hatsume shita because this is a fusuke verb. The verb before so des is always a fusuke verb, and this already been invented, so it become past tense. Hatsume shita. That's why the answer is hatsume shita. Question number 10. 頭が痛いので帰りますっていただけませんか？いいですよ。お大事に。My head is hurting. May I go home? Yes, sure. Hope you recover soon. 帰ります。This is the いただけませんか? This is the polite form of asking something. So we learned this in lesson 46. It has to do with something to do with allowing somebody to do something. So that is shieki form. So it becomes 帰らせていただけますか? Question number 3. For this question, you have to complete the sentence by changing the form. Example 1. 故障の原因は分かりましたか？いえ、今調べているところです。Do you know the reason of the breakdown? No. I'm just about to find out now. Example 2. 日本の生活も慣れましたか？ いいえ、先月来たばかりですから。Have you get used to the lifestyle living in Japan? Have you get used to the Japanese lifestyle? No. I just arrived because I just arrived last month. Bakari is just. Question number 1. いいアパートが見つかりましたか？いいえ。今探しているところです。Have you found a nice apartment? No. Now I'm just about to find out. I'm just about to looking. Question number 2. ちょっとお茶でも飲みませんか？いいですね。たった今仕事が終わったところです。Would you like to drink a little tea? Yes, sure. I just finished on my job. 大学はどうですか？入学したばかりなのでまだよくわかりません。How's the university? I just entered. So I'm not very sure yet. This sentence pattern, we actually learned this in lesson 43, where there's ongoing and also after, which starts with tataima. Question 3, continue on. 試合はもう始まりましたか？いいえ、ちょっと今から始まるところです。Have the game started yet? No. Now it's just about to start. あの方はどなたですか？すみません。さっき名前を聞いたばかりなのにもう忘れてしまいました。あの方はどなたです？ That person is who? Sorry, I just heard the name. Although I just heard the name, I don't remember. I forget. Sorry. Wasurete shimaimashita. Question number 4. For this question, you have to choose between the two. You have to choose the right answer between the two. Example 1. パンフレットによると金閣寺は14世紀に建てられたそうです。For this question, is about そうです。This is a verb, and this building was built in 14th century, so it had already happened. So it comes in a past tense. So 建てられた. It was built. Okay. This is a passive form. Remember, passive form. Ukemike, and then it's a past tense, so it's a fusuke verb. So it comes before so des. Looks like. Question number 1. 朝焼いたケーキです。どうぞ。わあ、美味しそうです。ですね。いただきます。 The cake was baked this morning. Please. Wow. It looks delicious. Let's eat. I think from here we can tell that this is a so des. We learned so des in lesson 43 and lesson 47. For this case, when a cake is baked, we can see from our eyes. Something that we see from our eyes, we use so des from lesson 43, where adjective I here is remove the I. Oishi so desu. Question number 2. Mite, mou sugu sakura ga saki so desu or saku so desu. そうですね。お花見が楽しみですね。見て。This is very clear. We make a conclusion from what we see. So this should be the one in lesson 43. Saki so desu, where the verb is the short form of it. Question number 3. Mira-san, ボタンが取れそうですよ。ああ、本当だ。Normally a button that is dropped from the shirt, somebody found it from seeing it from the eyes. Therefore, this is lesson 43, where the speaker used from what he see to make a conclusion. So we use the shortened verb to become tore so desu. Question number 4. 隣の部屋で音がします。そうですね。誰かいるようですね。The room next door is producing a loud voice, producing sound. Really? Who is in there? Iru so desu or iru yo desu. When there's a sound, not just what you heard, when there are several factors to make a conclusion, we use yo desu rather than so desu. This is in lesson 47. Question number 5. 荷物はいつ届きますか？宅配便で送りましたから明日届くはずです。When is the luggage arriving? It was sent using express mail. So because it was sent using express mail, tomorrow it should arrive. So this is haju. Haju is should be, so we should be arriving tomorrow. Rather than from many factors we do a conclusion yo desu. So the answer is haju desu. Question number 4. パトカーが止まっていますね。事故のようですね。ちょっと見ていきます。There's a patrol car stopping by. Looks like there's a accident. Let me have a look. This is still not very certain, so we use yo desu. Haju is something that is very, very certain. Normally, there are the factors that before the sentence is very, very sure, then you can use haju. But this one is we're not very sure. If a patrol car come by, not really sure that this is an accident. It could be an accident, it could not be an accident. So that's why I use yo desu. Question number 7. 雨ですね。息子に駅まで車で送らせます。It's raining. My son is going to I will give my son a ride until the station using my car. So 息子に giving my son ride. So giving my son a ride. This is in lesson 46, where you learn about shieki. So that's the end of question number 4. Well, question number 5. Over here you have to choose the right answers between the two. Example 1. Wato sensei wa dochira desu ka? Kenkyu shitsu ni irashaimasu. Well, this is the section where you learn about sonkeigo, respectful expression. So the respectful expression for imasu is irashaimasu. So the answer is irashaimasu. Question number 1. Sensei wa osake o ichi itadakimasu or meshagarimasu ka? Iie, nomimasen. Teacher, would you like to drink sake? No, not drinking. Looks like the answer is in a humble expression while the question is in a respectful expression. So we should use meshiagarimasu. Yoku eiga o goran ni narimasu ka? A. 特にフランス映画が好きです。Over here, the answer is in a humble expression. So it looks like a junior person is asking a senior person a question. So the answer should be goran ni narimasu. Taiken shimasu is a humble expression, while goran ni narimasu is a sonkeigo, respectful expression. So in this case, we have to choose the respectful expression. So the answer is goran ni narimasu. 部長は小川さんをご存知ですか？はい。よくご存知です。ご存じております。In this sentence, it's obvious that we are asking Bucho a question about Ogawa-san. Does he know Ogawa-san? So this is the reply from Bucho, who is more senior. So somebody more senior, he should be replying in a humble expression. 存じております is a humble expression, while ご存じです is a respectful expression. So the answer is 存じております。いつ国へお帰りします or お帰りになりますか？来月帰ります。So over here the answer is in a humble expression, お帰ります。So the question here should be asking somebody senior. So いつ国へお帰りになりますか？ Well, we have come to the end of answers for FUKUSHUU L. Subscribe to our channel for answers to fukushi. Fukushi is an adverb. There's some more exercise on fukushi, which can be found on page 214 and 215. Fukushi is quite challenging, so you make sure you subscribe to our channel so you can catch our next video on fukushi. Thank you for subscribing to Whiz-Million Academy. See you again. Bye.